Hi, my name is Mukta Vartak and welcome to the Builder's Guide. In this AWS tutorial, we'll learn to use AWS Service Role for an EC2 instance to access Amazon S3 buckets. We will see how we can authenticate AWS service to access another AWS service. You can do this in multiple ways, one of which is by using access keys for programmatic access to AWS services. Access keys are associated with an IAM user. This involves storing access keys as user credentials on the EC2 instance. So in an event where your access keys are compromised, this can raise security concerns. A better and more secure way to enable your instance to access other services on your behalf is by attaching an IAM role to your EC2 instance with the required permission set. Depending on the purpose of the use, roles associated with an AWS service can be classified as AWS Service Role. It is an IAM role created and managed by an IAM administrator that a service assumes. A special type of service role is AWS Service Role for an EC2 instance, which an application running on an EC2 instance can assume to perform actions in your account. Another type of role is AWS Service Linked Role. This role is owned by AWS Service. Service linked roles are predefined by the service and include all the permissions that a service requires to call other AWS services on your behalf. An IAM administrator can only view but not edit the permissions for service linked roles. In this demo, we will create an IAM role which will be assumed by an EC2 instance to access S3 bucket in a read-only mode. So let's head into the console and see it in action. First step is to create an IAM role. So let's navigate to the IAM console. Click Roles and then click Create Role. Now depending on your use case, you can create roles for different services with the required permission sets. We are selecting EC2 or Elastic Compute Cloud for our use case here. Next, on the Add Permissions page, we will filter policies for S3 and select S3 Read-Only Access Policy. We have used a predefined policy here, but you can also create your own custom policy to control access. Please refer to a link in the description for more details. Next, provide a relevant name to your role. Review the policy and click Create Role. Let's go to the EC2 console now. For the purpose of this demo, I've already created an EC2 instance. Let's quickly verify if it is able to access our S3 bucket or not at this point. So we will SSH into our instance and try to list out S3 buckets. As you see, it has returned a response asking for credentials. So that means currently there are no permissions attached to this EC2 instance. So let's go back to our EC2 instance and attach the IAM role we created so that our EC2 instance can assume role to access S3 buckets. Click Actions, Security, and then Modify IAM role. Now select the role that we previously created and update IAM role. The role has been attached successfully. Now let's try to list our buckets again. And here we go. We are able to list S3 buckets from EC2 instance. In this case, there were no access keys involved and EC2 gained temporary security credentials using STS or Amazon Simple Token Service. This is much more secure way of operating. So that's it for this demo. If you wish to provide feedback, then please reach out to us at buildersguidefeedback@amazon.com, or you can also contact your sales team to engage further. Thank you and stay tuned for more Builder Guides.